Miss Cindy, can you hear me? Alejandro, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, when they call my case, I need an interpreter. It's
Okie dokie.
Gabriela Gonzalez. Agreed to.
Gabriela Gonzalez. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning. The 357th District Court will call its court into session for today's docket, Wednesday, March the 9th, 2022, starting with civil hearing, 2019 DCL 605, Apex Atlas Investments, Jaime Ivan Gausin.
Your Honor, Frank Pettis for Mr. Gausin.
Jim Hunter for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
What are we doing with this one?
Your Honor, we have a joint motion for continuance. We need some more time. Mr. Hunter and I have been talking a lot about this case and had a few extensive discussions about experts, about discovery. We have current settlement offers out with each other. And one of the most significant things is we have, I'm going to file a motion to strike his expert, and he's going to file a motion to strike my expert, which is fine. We've talked about it. We understand each other's positions, but depending on the courts, when we file those, it may require additional experts. We're trying to settle this case because it's getting expensive for both our clients. It's going to be a 3-day jury trial. And Your Honor, we would really appreciate if the court would give us 5 or 6 months to try to work out these issues that we've got.
Go there, Mr. Perez. This is a case. It's going on 3 years. If I give you that long, I will not, from either side, entertain any more continuances.
We understand that, Your Honor.
With this long extension, I will not. Don't come back to me for another continuance.
We understand, Judge. We understand your
well,
position.
Mr. Lee.
That's fair, Your Honor.
Well, I hope so. But give me a setting for 5 months down the road.
Okay, that would be sometime in August. Let's do announcements on the 17th with a trial on August 22nd.
Judge, that works. Thank you so much. We
All right, last one, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Can we be excused?
Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.
You too.
you too. Thank you.
2022 DCL 119, Alex, in the matter of Alex Rincon, Mr. Gonzalez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Noé Gonzalez on behalf of Mr. Rincon. We're here for an expungement.
Okay, Mr. Kendall. You're muted. When is the Supreme Court session over, Mr. Kendall?
It's been going for years now, Judge.
Sounds like you hit a perpetual session. been going on for 3 years that I know of. Have you reviewed the order and dysfunction in this case?
I've reviewed the expunction. I don't believe I've reviewed an order.
Sorry, the petition, yes.
And we have, it's a pretrial diversion, so we have no objection except to us being included on the order.
For you to be included in the order?
No, we asked that we not be included on the order because of the
Right.
PTD contract.
Right. You got that, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yeah, no, the district attorney's office was not included in the order.
Okay, well, send that order to Mr. Kendall. If he approves it and signs it, files it, I'll sign it. So
Will do, Your Honor.
it's subject to that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all what I have in front of your honorable court. Maybe excuse with my client?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day, Your Honor. Nice seeing you, Mr. Kendall.
Let me take care of the next one. You have 2021 DCL 6821, Alma Delia Quiroz Mateos, Mr. Garza, Mr. Kendall.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ray Garza for Ms. Quiroz.
Have you had a chance to review this petition, Mr. Kendall?
This one, Mr. Garza's office is asking for a certification. And I need to speak with Mr. Garza to get some additional information for Mr. Sines to figure out whether we're going to certify or not.
Okay, this is one of those where we filed it before the statute of limitations has expired. And as a result, the DA, in order for it to be granted, the DA would need to certify that they will not proceed and that they do not intend to proceed ever.
So what do y'all need me to do? Reset it or what?
A little bit more time, Judge.
Okay. How long do you need? About a week? 2 weeks?
As long as I can get in touch with Mr. Garza, then a week would be fine.
Mr. Garza?
That's fine with me, Judge, and I can also direct Mr. Kendall to reach out to Mr. Hugh Touche at my office. He'll be able to answer any questions if I'm not available.
All right, Ms. Solis, give me a week.
Okay, the 17th?
All right, we'll see you back here on the 17th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
That was,
March 17th.
March
Okay.
17th.
thank you, Judge. That's all I have, may I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Give my regards to Judge Sotomayor, okay?
I will during lunch, Judge.
Okay. Take care. All right, 2021 DCL 6161, Elalia Cantu and Noé Cantu, Mr. Lecos.
Your Honor, good morning. Robert Coles on behalf of Ms. Cantu, Your Honor, this is an uncontested divorce. I think my office is trying to log on, Your Honor, right now with my client. If we can maybe just be recalled in a couple of minutes, Judge. I think they're having issues.
Okay, let me call the other one.
Thank you, Judge.
2021 DCL 6202, Gabriela Gonzalez, Gerardo Avina.
Louis Cerullo, I'm here with Ms. Gonzalez. She needs an interpreter, Your Honor.
Mr. Alejandro. There he is.
Right here, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your
Raise your
right
right
hand.
Levanta su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Jura decir la verdad y solamente la verdad? ¿Lo jura usted por Dios?
I'm sorry? I can't hear her.
She said así yes. Yes.
I'm gonna need to speak up.
Yes. ¿Puede hablar más fuerte, por favor?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
Judge, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of all documents on file to include the return of service on the respondent. Ms. Gonzalez, you were married to Gerardo Avina on or about May 21st, 2009. Is that correct?
Señora González, ¿usted se casó con Gerardo Albín el 31 de mayo del 2009?
Sí.
Yes.
And you ceased to live together as husband and wife on or about November 1st, 2014. Is that correct?
¿Y dejaron de vivir juntos como marido y mujer el 1 de noviembre del 2014?
Sí.
Yes.
Now, you've had no contact with your husband since 2014 because he was arrested by the federal government and deported to Mexico, and you had no communication with him for 6 or 7 years now. Is that correct?
Ahora bien, usted no ha tenido contacto con su esposo por lo mismo desde que el 2014 fue arrestado por parte del gobierno federal y fue deportado al igual. Por 6 o 7 años aproximadamente tiene usted de no verlo, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
You believe the marriage has become insupportable due to discord or conflict, which destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship, and there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation at this time?
¿Usted piensa que ya el matrimonio ha llegado a tal grado de insoportabilidad por conflicto de caracteres entre las partes que destruye la legitimidad del mismo matrimonio y previene cualquier tipo de reconciliación a futuro, correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
You have 2 minor children of the marriage, and you're asking that you be appointed the managing conservator, your husband be appointed the possessory conservator, but that no visitation be ordered until he appears in court and asks for visitation. Is that correct?
Lo que está solicitando usted ahorita en este momento es que se le otorgue a usted la tutela primaria en relación a sus hijos, que son 2 menores, producto de este matrimonio, y a su esposo que se le otorgue la tutela secundaria, que tendría derecho a visitas, pero está solicitando usted que solamente tenga estas visitas cuando él venga y las solicite. ¿Correcto?
Correcto, así es.
Correct, yes.
You're asking the court for $300 per month in child support, that he be ordered to pay that beginning April the 1st, and that he be ordered to pay $60 a month in health insurance reimbursement to the state, and you will maintain your state insurance. Is that correct?
Ahora bien, lo que está solicitando usted es que se le ordene a su esposo a pagar $300 mensuales de manutención de menores, iniciando el primero de abril. $60 como un reembolso al Estado por el seguro de gastos médicos y que usted mantenga el seguro que tiene con el Estado, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
You have no community property that the court needs to divide. Is that correct?
No hay ningún patrimonio conyugal que tenga que dividir el señor juez, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And you're asking the court for a divorce. You're also asking that the court waive the 30-day limit for you to be remarried because you're basically remarried, but you're going to have a ceremony here very soon. Is that correct?
Ahora bien, está solicitando ahorita en este momento que se acepte este divorcio y se autorice por parte del juez. También está solicitándole al juez que se renuncie o se deseche esos 30 días para no casarse, pero está pidiendo usted permiso de que se desechen esos 30 días para poderse casar usted. Prácticamente ya está casada, pero quiere tener una ceremonia, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
We have nothing further, Your Honor. We're asking for a divorce.
All right.
No tenemos.
The court will take judicial notice of all documents on file in this case. Will find that he has jurisdiction by virtue of the domiciliary requirements of the petitioner. The court, having taken judicial notice of all documents, having called out the name of the respondent, Gerardo Avina, no answer having been heard. The court hereby grants the divorce as prayed for, approves the division of the assets stated on the record, approves the child support as stated on the record, child support visitation stated on the record. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, the forms are on the way into the queue.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
You too. All right. 2022 DCL 935, Cristina Misael Gomez versus Ángel Darisvel Acosta Reyes. Mr. Reina,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning.
I'm here on behalf of the petitioner, Cristian Misael Gomez.
Okay,
I
raise
believe
your right hand, Mr. Gomez.
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
I believe I see the respondent here, Your Honor, Ms. Acosta.
Miss Angela Acosta Reyes, she's in the courtroom, Judge.
I'll put it on the screen. Okay, she's on the screen. All right,
She needs an interpreter.
We have the interpreter. All right, proceed.
Okay, Your Honor, we're here today on a temporary restraining order that we filed concurrently with an original petition for divorce.
Su señoría, estamos aquí presentes para llevar a cabo una orden de protección. Previamente se había presentado con otra orden.
We have two major issues at hand, Your Honor. The first one being the custody of the child.
Tenemos dos puntos muy importantes, su señoría, empezando con la custodia del menor.
And the second one being the access and responsibility of the residents described in the petition, Your Honor.
Y el segundo viene siendo el acceso a la residencia que se presenta dentro del recurso.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure if the respondent is seeking legal counsel or if she's going to be representing herself pro se, Your Honor.
No sé si la contraparte, su señoría, se va a representar a sí misma o va a conseguir un abogado para que la represente.
Ms. Acosta.
Señora Acosta. Yes.
What is it? Are you going to hire an attorney or you want to represent yourself this morning?
¿Qué es? ¿Cómo le va a hacer? ¿Va a contratar a un abogado para que la represente o se va a representar usted misma hoy en la mañana?
Me voy a representar yo misma en la mañana.
I'm going to represent myself this morning.
What are the issues here again?
¿Cuáles son los puntos a tratar, su señoría? Perdón.
Sorry. Custody of the child, EAG, I believe he's 11 months old. And
Custodia del menor, tiene 11 años de edad.
11 meses.
11 meses.
And access and responsibility of the residents.
Acceso y responsabilidad de la residencia también.
What are you proposing, or what is it your client wants?
¿Qué está proponiendo usted? ¿Qué es lo que quiere su cliente?
We're asking for temporary managing conservatorship over the child.
Estamos solicitando la custodia temporal del menor.
And the respondent be given temporary possessory conservatorship over the child.
Y que la contraparte se le dé la custodia temporal del menor.
And second, Your Honor, I'm sorry if I may, there is a home at issue. The petitioner has since left the home.
En segundo lugar, su señoría, también hay una casa, punto de este divorcio, y el solicitante ha dejado la casa en este momento.
But we are asking this court that he be given access to the residence to remain there and have the respondent move out.
Y estamos solicitando que se le dé acceso para que él se quede ahí.
Take away the kid. Is that what you want?
O sea, lo que quiere hacer es que le den la casa y que le quiten el niño a la señora. ¿Eso es lo que quiere hacer usted?
Your Honor, ideally, yes. Given the respondent's situation.
Well, I need to know about that. They're very. I may go that way, but I'm going to need some very good reasons why.
Okay, Your Honor. If I may, can I put the petitioner on the stand?
Look, I'm in the middle of a jury trial. I can let you do that, but just hold off a second. Let me find out where I am in my jury trial.
Absolutely.
See how much time I have, because my jury is coming in, and I have a jury charge conference right now to try to take care of that, so we can move on my jury trial and conclude that.
Okay.
Can you and your client and Miss Acosta Reyes.
Señora Acosta Reyes.
Sí, señoría.
Vamos a demorar esto un rato, por favor. Tome asiento allá atrás en mi corte y yo al momento que estamos listos para escucharlas, le ponemos para atrás en la pantalla, ¿ok?
Claro que sí.
Judge, I anticipate about 15 minutes,
okay,
more or less.
All right. Well, let me go take a stock of where I'm at here.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. We'll be here.
Mr. De Costa, are we ready?
We're ready, Your Honor.
All right, let's go.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
And she needs an interpreter.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, interpret that. The oath.
I'm sorry?
Interpret the oath. Go ahead, Miss Cindy. Hold on.
Raise your right hand, ma'am.
Levante mano derecha.
Solemnly swear from the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
¿Jura decir la verdad y solamente la verdad? ¿Lo jura usted por Dios?
Sí, la verdad.
Yes, the truth.
Thank you.
Judge, I ask the court take judicial notice all documents in file, Your Honor. specifically the way we filed in this case, more than 10 days before today's hearing, Your Honor.
Can you remove your mask for a little bit, ma'am?
Señora, quítese su máscara, por favor.
Gracias. Okay. Proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking
Petition
the-
notice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is your name Eulalia Cantú?
¿Su nombre es Eulalia Cantú?
Sí,
Yes.
And you're the same Eulalia Cantú that married Noé Cantú on about April the 1st, 2000?
Usted es
sí,
la misma, no,
And you ceased living together as spouses with him on or about July the 15th, 2018?
¿dejaron de vivir juntos como marido y mujer aproximadamente el 15 de julio del 2019?
correcto.
Correct.
And you filed this petition for divorce basically because the marriage has become insupportable?
Básicamente presentó la demanda de divorcio porque el matrimonio ha llegado a tal grado de insoportabilidad por conflicto de caracteres.
Sí,
Yes.
And there's no reasonable expectation of reconciliation at this time?
¿Y no hay razón por la cual se lleguen a reconciliar en este momento?
no,
No.
And before you filing this petition, you'll be a domiciliary of the state for at least 6 months and at least 90 days in this county?
Antes de llevar a cabo la presentación de la demanda de divorcio, usted había estado residiendo dentro del estado de Texas por 6 meses y tan siquiera 90 días dentro del condado de Cameron, ¿correcto?
correcto.
Correct.
And out of this marriage, there were 3 children born, that being Noemi Cantú, Noel Cantú, and Saúl Cantú.
De este matrimonio nacieron 3, Noé Cantú, Noemí Cantú, en the last one,
Saúl Cantú, Noel
En
Cantú, and
Sa-
Noemi.
en Saúl Cantú en Noemí.
No, son 4, Cristal Cantú.
No, there are 4, Cristal Cantú.
I apologize. So there's 4 children born of this marriage, correct?
4 nacidos de este matrimonio, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And you're asking that this court consider granting the divorce in the following manner. And that is because you, through the marriage, did not accumulate any property. You're asking that whatever personal items are your possessions don't be awarded to you. And likewise, any items that he may have in his possession don't be awarded to him, correct?
Usted está solicitando que se lleve a cabo de la siguiente manera este divorcio, por lo mismo que no acumularon ningún tipo de patrimonio conyugal durante el matrimonio. Está solicitando que todas las cosas que estén bajo la posesión de usted se le otorguen a usted y al igual a él, todo lo que esté bajo la posesión de él, pues que se le otorgue a él, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And likewise, there's no community debt. So you're asking that whatever that's under your name, those remain your responsibility. Whatever that's under his name, those remain his responsibility, correct?
Y como no hay patrimonio, deuda patrimonial, en todo lo que está solicitando usted es de que cualquier cosa de artículos personales que estén bajo la posesión de usted, perdón, cualquier tipo de deuda que esté a nombre de usted, usted se queda con ella y al igual él. Cualquier deuda que esté a nombre de él se queda con ella, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And you were asking that he be responsible for paying you $500 in child support and that he be responsible for paying medical insurance for the children. Is that correct?
Está solicitando usted que él sea responsable de pagar la cantidad de $500 mensuales de manutención de menores, al igual $60, perdón, al igual que se responsabilice del seguro de gastos médicos, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And in regards to visitation and custody, you're asking that you be named the sole custodian of the child and he be possessory conservator of the children, correct?
Lo que está solicitando usted es que tenga usted la custodia 100% y que él solamente tenga el derecho a las visitas en relación a esto.
Correcto.
Correct.
And you wanted to explain to the court that he has a severe drinking problem that has been at the root of this problem with your marriage. And you are concerned because many times he intends to visit with the children while under the influence of alcohol. Is that correct?
Ahora bien, lo que le quiere explicar usted a este juzgado viene siendo de que la raíz por la cual se están realmente los problemas surgieron y todo es por el problema de alcohol que tiene él y también que muchas veces tiene las visitas con los niños bajo la influencia del alcohol, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
So you're asking that either the court allow that all visitation be supervised by you or that visitation be suspended until he appears before this court and he proves to the court that his visitations would be in the best interest of the children. Is that correct?
Ahora bien, lo que está solicitando usted es que todas las visitas, si es que hay visitas, sean supervisadas por usted o que se le cancelen completamente todas las visitas hasta que él se presente ante este juzgado y le compruebe este juzgado que él puede estar con sus hijos y que eso sea el mejor beneficio para ellos, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And lastly, you're asking for a name change to your maiden name, and that be restored, and that is Lopez, correct?
Y ya como último, está solicitándole usted aquí al señor juez que que se lleve a cabo el cambio de nombre y que se le restaure su nombre de soltera, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
That's all we have.
Es todo lo que tenemos, señoría.
What's her last name?
¿Cuál es su
López,
apellido? López, señoría.
López.
López.
All right, the court will take judicial notice of all documents and files in this case. The court having called out the name of Noé Cantu, no answer having been had. The court hereby grants the divorce is prayed for. The court hereby approves the orders the child support in the amount stated on the record, orders the visitation as stated on the record. The court will restrict visitation until respondent appears in court to satisfy the court that he is no longer or is not a threat to the children due to his addiction to alcohol. The court further will grant the change of name from Eulalia Cantu to Eulalia Lopez. And the court will grant also the medical support. Anything else?
That's all we have, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May we reach you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hey,
Gracias. Miss,
we're gonna go into court.
yeah, there was a little bit, yes, no, I'm gonna talk to the attorneys right now. Hold on a second. Yeah, so I'll give you time to switch over there.
We have the jury, Judge, okay?
Hold on, Mr. Gomez, Christian Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Are you shutting down the Zoom, Ms. Carranza, just moving your equipment?
With my stuff.
Okay, we'll be back in a second. We gotta go take care of some business, okay? Don't leave. And, Ms. Lopez. Thank you. You don't need anything else.
Señor López, muchas gracias. Ya no tiene que estar aquí.
All right. Come on. Get in there. Lie down. Lie down.
Carlos, also.
Hello, Mr. Reyna? Okay, oh, you got your client back?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, let me get Ms. Reyes, she's outside.
Okay,
Judge, congratulations on the elections, by the way.
thank you, Mr. Reyna.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
your-
Happy to see you here another 4 years.
Yeah, 5 years, Mr. Reyna. The
Oh, is it
remainder-
5?
Well, I have this last term to fill, and then I got 4 after that.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm gonna discriminate against every single person I can find. Why not? They're already telling me I'm a sexist, I'm this, I'm that. What the heck?
I don't know where they're getting that from, Your Honor.
I don't either where, but you know, that's what they gave me.
Ay,
I'm not too happy about it, but it is what it is.
I mean, that kind of comes with the territory, Your Honor.
Well, I know, but I'm surprised at some of those things, you know? I mean, come on,
Right.
man.
You can't please everyone.
I know.
all right, we have everybody here.
All right. All right. We're back on the record on Christian Macer Gomez, Angela Costa Reyes. All right, so you were telling me that you want her out of the house and you want to take the baby again away from her. Or you want her primary.
We don't want to take the baby away from her, Your Honor. You make it sound horrible. It's a
So
lot.
I mean, you want custody of the child and him to be primary and her being possessory.
Correct, Your Honor. And
Right.
with extended,
So-
we're willing to do extended visitations. You know.
Mr. Gomez, raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do we have
Yes, sir.
Alejandro? Mr. Alejandro? Mr. Solis,
He might be in another court.
can you find that out? Because she needs the interpreter.
Let me see. He doesn't answer his cell phone, Judge.
We have to find the
Yeah, and I don't know his.
interpreter, Mr. Reyna. The problem when we delay is that the other courts get cranking and then the interpreter, he's assigned to 3 of us, to me, to the 197 and to the 107.
Right.
So I don't, so when I get him, I'm very jealous about letting him go because I know that if I go, I'm gonna lose him.
Right.
And I didn't have any choice, but let's see if we can round them up right now. Don't get off the screen. Let's see if we can get this thing going, okay?
Okay.
I don't know his.
I'm calling his office. Let's see if he answers it.
Yeah, he doesn't answer his cell phone. So
Who else is here? I know the 107 was not here this morning and the 197 was not here.
I don't know. Is the 103rd here? Just is he assigned to the 103rd too or not? Or is that Julieta?
I think that's what, let me check.
Nobody answers in that number. Let me call the 107 and see what this.
Yeah, we have the 103rd here, and I believe the 197th is also here. Is there gonna be any issue of drug use as a basis for all of this?
You know, Your Honor, that was something, an issue that me and my client still need to discuss. You know, ever since he moved out, you know, we don't know what she's up to now, if she's using or, you know.
Was that the basis for asking for him to, what is the basis?
Mr. Gomez, is there any, do you have any suspicion that she's abusing of drugs or alcohol around the children?
Drugs, no. Alcohol, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay, so what is the basis, that he's in a better position to be the possessory or what?
Correct, Your Honor, that he is in the best position to step up and be the possessory,
Because
primary custodian.
she's not able to work, or she doesn't work, or what?
No, Your Honor, she is not employed. I believe she sells products online, but you know, estimate rough, a monthly, just in bills and rent, it's about $1,500, Your Honor, and I don't think she has the means to be able to provide for that. And another thing is, she doesn't have family here. So, you know, if, you know, she were to be refrained from residing there, we have fear that she's going to run to Puerto Rico with the child. So we're also asking for, if the court does desire to grant her primary custodialship, that there be a geographic restriction to Cameron County only.
Yeah, that will be, she's not going anywhere with that child.
Okay.
She's gonna stay here until we conclude this matter, and then at that time, I'll hear her out as to where she's going and what does she have there, and how is that gonna improve the life of the child.
Okay, Your Honor.
But in the meantime, the child stays here.
Okay.
And if there's any passports, you turn them over to, you need to, is there a passport here?
¿Hay algún pasaporte aquí?
Do you have a passport for the child?
¿Tiene pasaporte usted para el niño?
No.
No.
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Spain, other than to wait. I mean, I'm waiting too, so let's see. Oh, there he is.
On the screen. He's just talking. What do you
Talking
mean?
to me, and I'm going, I don't know what to
Just
say. God, I might have
Waiting for who, Your Honor? I wasn't sure.
Did you not see him?
I did not see him.
Just interpret it.
He just interpreted.
You know what?
Yeah.
My mind is somewhere else this morning. I did not see him.
Your Honor, it's Monday.
Carl Sandburg. For those of you who do not know who I'm talking about, was a famous poet who wrote Little Cat's Feet. Quite like little cat's feet. That's what
No, he talked to you.
And then I'm blinder than. All right, Mr. Gomez and Miss Gomez, raise your right hands, both of you.
Mr. Gomez. It's just,
Señor, ¿ah?
It's just Miss Reyes that needs to be sworn. Mr. Gomez, you've already been sworn.
Señora Reyes, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Please only swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
¿Usted jura decir la verdad y solamente la verdad? ¿Lo jura usted por Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Mr. Reina.
Yes.
Señor Reina.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask a few questions to the petitioner, Mr. Gomez, if that's okay.
Su señoría, voy a hacer algunas preguntas al señor Gómez, el solicitante, si está bien con usted.
Judge, may I proceed?
¿Puedo proseguir? Sí.
Can you please state your name for the record?
¿Puede decir su nombre para que quede levantado en actas?
Cristian Misael Gómez.
Cristian Misael Gómez.
Where do you currently reside?
¿Dónde reside actualmente?
On 3256 Bonita Drive, my mother's house.
Okay, and is that located here in Cameron County?
¿Está ubicado aquí en el condado de Cameron? Sí.
Yes, sir. Brownsville, Texas.
Sí, aquí en Brownsville, Texas.
Are you employed currently?
¿Trabaja usted?
Yes, sir. In ACT call center.
Sí, en AST es un centro de llamadas.
And is that full-time or part-time employment?
¿Tiempo completo o medio tiempo?
Full time.
Tiempo completo.
And is there space for doing overtime, or are you set to those 40 hours?
No, sir,
¿Es el tiempo completo 40 horas o hay otra forma de manejar el horario?
unlimited overtime. So as long as I want to stay.
¿Es ilimitado el tiempo extra o sea, me puedo quedar el tiempo que yo quiera?
Okay. And is this your application for a temporary restraining order?
¿Esta es la solicitud de usted de una orden de restricciones temporales?
Yes, sir.
Sí.
How are you related to the respondent, Angela Acosta?
¿Cómo está relacionado usted con Ángela Castro?
My wife, Acosta.
Mi esposa, es Acosta.
And when did you marry?
¿Cuándo fue que se casaron?
August 12, 2020.
El 12 de agosto del 2020.
And how long have you been separated?
¿Cuánto tiempo tienen de separados?
I left our home on January 22nd.
Yo dejé nuestra casa el 22 de enero.
And do you have any children together?
¿Tienen hijos juntos?
Yes, sir. Elvis.
Sí, Elvis.
And how old is Elvis?
¿Cuántos años tiene Elvis?
10 going on. 10 going on 11 months.
10, ya por cumplir 11 meses.
Okay. And you're asking this court to grant you temporary primary custody over the child, correct?
Lo que está solicitando usted aquí en este momento, señor juez, es la custodia temporal del menor, ¿correcto?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
And you're asking the court to grant the respondent to have possessory conservatorship over the child.
Y a la contraparte está solicitando usted que se le dé el derecho de visitas, ¿correcto?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
And you're asking this court to restrain the respondent from having access or residing at the residence that is described in the petition.
Ahora bien, también está solicitando usted aquí al señor juez que le instruya o que le restrinja a la contraparte el acceso a la residencia de la cual está dentro de la petición, ¿correcto?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
In the alternative, if the court determines that the respondent is to remain at the home,
En la alternativa que falla el juez que la contraparte se quede en la casa,
are you asking this court that it order the respondent to take full responsibility over the rent, bills, and any other utilities associated with the residence?
y si así es el caso, entonces que se le ordene a la contraparte que ella sea responsable por todo lo que tiene que ver con los pagos a esa casa, la renta, etcétera, todo lo que tenga que ver económicamente hablando en relación a esa casa. ¿Correcto?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sí, señor.
Now, tell me a bit about your marital relationship with the respondent.
Dígame un poco de la relación marital que tiene usted con su la contraparte.
In what way? Like the way our relationship is, or?
¿De qué forma? O sea, ¿de cómo es nuestra relación o cómo?
Basically, give us an idea as to why you filed this petition for divorce concurrently with a temporary restraining order.
Básicamente, díganos, por favor, por cuál fue la razón que usted presentó esta demanda de divorcio y al igual con las órdenes temporales de restricción.
Well, one was because I've caught multiple times of her talking to other men, messaging.
Bueno, la principal es de que la he pescado en varias ocasiones hablando con otros hombres y mandando textos, mensajes.
The other one is because every day since I would wake up, she would try to argue with me for something.
Y la otra, desde que me levanto en la mañana, lo único que hace es querer alegar conmigo por cualquier cosa que sea.
And so your relationship with the respondent is, I guess, what some would describe as toxic and insupportable.
Bueno, entonces lo que se puede decir de la relación que tiene usted con la contraparte es que es horrible y que también es tóxica.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, sí, definitivamente.
And does the respondent have any education? Does she have any degrees? Did she graduate from high school?
¿La contraparte tiene algún tipo de preparación académica o se ha recibido algún tipo de diploma? ¿Se graduó de la prepa? Algo que tenga ella.
She just graduated in Puerto Rico around, she says 16 years old or 17 years old. That's about
Ella se
it.
graduó en Puerto Rico y ella tiene 16 años de edad.
No, she graduated
No,
at
se
16.
graduó a los 16 años de edad en Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Okay. And that you know of, does the respondent have any children from a previous relationship?
¿Tiene hijos, ella, de otra relación anterior?
Yes, she has one little girl, Amaya.
Sí, tiene una niña chiquita, se llama Amaya.
And how old is she?
¿Cuántos años tiene?
I believe 4.
Creo que 4.
And can you describe, or did you ever see, and can you describe the respondent's relationship with Maya's father?
¿Puede describir si es que usted sabe o vio en algún momento la relación que la contraparte tiene con el papá de Amaya?
There's really no relationship. She completely blocked them from Amaya's life.
Realmente no tiene relación con él, incluso lo bloqueó completamente de la vida de Amaya.
And are you afraid that she's trying to do the same thing with you?
¿Y le da miedo a usted que ella quiera hacer lo mismo con usted?
Yes, sir, definitely. She don't even let me take them out by myself.
Sí, definitivamente. Incluso no me deja sacarlo a ninguna puerta a solas conmigo.
Let's talk about the times that you've caught her conversing with other men. Are these romantic exchanges that she's having, carnal exchanges with these individuals?
Vamos a hablar sobre los mensajes y textos en los que lo ha pescado usted. ¿Son de índole romántica, insinuando que ha habido una relación carnal entre ellos?
Yes, sir. The messages that I read, all being about flirting with each other, that I want to see you and this and that. And
Sí,
every
su
time
señoría, todos los mensajes en los que yo he visto y he leído han sido de eso precisamente, de estar coqueteando, oye, te quiero ver, me quieres ver, etcétera.
and pictures also of him, of the other man in like on the restroom, on underwear, like exchanging photos with each other.
Sí, y retratos también de él, bueno, de ellos, de otros hombres en el baño, tomándose fotografías, intercambiándose fotografías también.
So, since you've left the home, to your knowledge, do you know if she's had any of these strange men in the home having access to EAG?
Bueno, entonces, desde que usted dejó la casa, ¿usted tiene algún tipo de conocimiento que haya estado dejando entrar hombres y teniendo estas cosas ahí en esa casa y ahí enfrente de los niños?
Yes, sir. I have a screenshot of her putting where there's a random guy that I know nothing about, exchanging the logs and basically taking flowers to her. And that's the same guy that has pictures of screenshots of her talking FaceTime with her.
Sí, tengo una fotografía de un hombre que sí ha entrado y que está intercambiando los candados y que ha entrado ahí a la casa y que también le ha llevado flores y tienen una relación.
So, Mr. Gomez, you've showed me this photo, and I'm going to describe it to the court. Basically, it shows a gentleman changing the locks to your own home. I'm assuming.
Señor Gómez, yo ya vi esta fotografía y todo, y básicamente se la voy a describir aquí al señor juez. Y es un señor que está cambiando las cerraduras de su propia casa.
And, typically that wouldn't seem too strange. You separate and she calls a locksmith to change the locks to keep you out. But in this case, this man gave her a bouquet of flowers, correct?
Y bueno, eso no sería fuera lo normal ni nada. Ustedes se separaron, usted se fue, llega un profesional para cambiar las cerraduras y todo eso. Eso es normal dentro de lo que cabe. Pero en este caso, este señor le trae un ramo de flores.
Correct.
Okay.
Sí, correcto.
And that's the one that I know of.
Y ese es uno de los que yo sé, pero hay múltiples.
Like, I don't know if she's brought more.
No sé si haya llevado más.
That you know of, have you ever, or does she have any CPS or active CPS cases against her?
Si es que usted sabe, ¿tiene algún tipo de caso activo en el Centro de Protección de Menores? Si es que usted sabe.
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
And do you know the outcome of that decision?
¿Usted sabe cuál fue el resultado de eso?
Yeah, they closed it, determined nothing was wrong.
Lo cerraron, determinaron que no había nada malo.
Okay. And was it you who made this report?
¿Usted fue el que hizo este informe?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about why specifically, what you saw between her and your children or your child interactions that made you fear for their safety?
¿Nos puede decir, por favor, qué fue lo que lo hizo usted llevar a cabo este miedo de la seguridad de sus hijos? ¿Algún tipo de acción en contra de su hijo o de los dos hijos de ella? Díganos, por favor.
Yeah, so basically 99% of the time that she speaks or directs herself to her child, Amaya, it's in a way of like verbally abusing her and just never talking nice to her, just being abusive to her.
Bueno, la verdad es de que prácticamente un 99% del tiempo que se refiere a Amaya y que habla con Amaya directamente con ella es de una forma pues prácticamente humillante, nunca es buena gente con ella, nunca es amable con ella, es todo lo contrario.
And would you say that she's at times, or most of the time, overly aggressive in her punishment with her children?
Y diría usted que prácticamente siempre los castigos son más allá de exagerados, ¿sí sabe?
Yes, definitely. She has like once she get angry, she has a trigger where she just doesn't care for well-being of nobody. She just reacts, gets angry, and would just scream at her and hit her if she spills a juice.
Vamos a decir, una vez que ella ya está enojada, ya, o sea, ya empezó, vamos, y no hay forma de que ella acabe. Ahora bien, incluso si se le cae un jugo a la niña, o sea, le grita, le pega, etcétera.
So, in other words, the wrongdoing typically does not justify the punishment.
O sea, que lo malo que haya hecho la niña, por decir, no justifica el castigo que se le da a la niña.
Yeah, definitely not.
Definitivamente no.
And you're afraid that she's going to do that with Elvis.
Y le da miedo a usted que le vaya a hacer eso a Elvis.
Yes, sir, that's my fear.
Sí, ese es mi miedo.
Now, when you left the home, did she kick you out or did you leave on your own accord?
Cuando usted dejó la casa, ¿fue porque lo corrió ella a usted o simplemente se fue a usted por su voluntad?
I left on my own, and I have a video when I did because I didn't want her lying that I left because I didn't care about Elvis. I left.
No, yo me fui por mí mismo, me fui por sí solo.
I have
pero sí.
photographs, I have videos, but so what? I don't have them here, so they don't mention them. If they're not in evidence, they don't come in. I don't get to see them.
Pues sí, pero ok,
Well,
tengo fotos,
you
tengo
should have had that video in my hands. You should have had those pictures in my hand. So I'm sitting here just, okay.
Sí, pero usted tiene fotos, tiene videos, tiene retratos, tiene todo, pero yo no los tengo en mis manos, no están aquí, entonces ¿yo qué puedo hacer?
Okay, Your Honor, I can share the screen. I just received these photos. I was having technical difficulties getting them to transfer over. The best I can do is show you the file in which I received them, and we can sift through them together.
Señoría, yo aquí tengo las fotografías, lo puedo compartir con la cámara, con el monitor. He tenido dificultades técnicas y todo, pero sí se puede compartir.
I have a video, I have a picture. Okay, well, let me see that.
Okay.
Bueno, sí, o sea, me están diciendo que tienen video, tienen retratos. Bueno, hay que verlo.
Your Honor, so I'm going to share the screen here. I've never done this before, so hopefully we don't get this.
Voy a compartir la pantalla. Nunca he hecho esto antes, señoría, por favor.
So, Your Honor, this is the photo here that we were discussing earlier. This was days after the petitioner moved out of the house.
Pues, señoría, esa es la fotografía de la cual estábamos platicando anteriormente. Estos son días después de que el solicitante dejó la casa.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
sure why she sent this over to the petitioner, Mr. Gomez.
No sé la verdad por qué es que ella le mandó esta fotografía al señor Gómez.
I'm assuming it's because she's just trying to trigger him, trying to get him to respond in some negative way.
Bueno, yo creo que la verdad está tratando de que él responda de una forma negativa.
Okay.
And this is basically how it is every day in that home. She's antagonizing him, trying to get a reaction out of him. But as you can see, Mr. Gomez is a cool, collected individual.
Y sí, así la verdad es que es todos los días de esta forma. Ella siempre trata de incitarlo a hacer cosas y reacciona.
And so here, you can see, I think this is one of the gentlemen that he was.
Your client this picture.
¿Quién le mandó a su cliente este retrato?
That one, my sister screenshotted from her phone on the Instagram story because she blocked me completely from everywhere. So that picture alone, that's the only one that I received from my sister when she screenshotted it on her Instagram story.
Okay.
Sí, esta fotografía, mi hermana fue la que le tomó la foto del Instagram de ella, porque yo estoy completamente bloqueado, me bloqueó a mí, entonces mi hermana fue la que lo hizo.
All right.
Your Honor, so I'd like to enter this into evidence. My apologies.
Su señoría, quiero presentar esto como prueba, disculpas.
I don't know how the court reporter wants to handle that, because normally you send everything to her, it becomes part of the record. I don't know if this will become part of the record that way.
Okay.
No sé cómo lo quiere manejarle a reportera de la corte. Normalmente se le mandan a ella y se forma parte del acta, pero pues no sé cómo se vaya a hacer ahorita.
You would have to email them, label them.
Los tiene que mandar por correo electrónico y que los categorice.
Anything else?
¿Algo más?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so we have another photo here.
Tenemos otras fotos aquí.
Mr. Gomez, what is this?
Señor Gómez, ¿qué es esto?
That is the picture that she sent me on my messages. I don't know why she did it. I don't know if she was just trying to trigger me, trying for me to argue with her or something, but she
No sé
sent
la
me
razón,
those
no sé la razón por la cual me mandó esta fotografía, me la mandó a mí. A lo mejor está tratando de hacer de que yo me moleste o algo, que yo reaccione de alguna forma. No sé por qué me la mandó.
Who's on the photograph?
¿Quién está en la fotografía?
It looks just like the same guy that she's changing the locks for her.
Parece que es el mismo cuate que está cambiando las cerraduras.
This looks like a woman.
Eso se ve, es una mujer.
She's got a mustache on the bottom left.
En la parte izquierda tiene bigote.
Well, I'm seeing a screenshot of somebody in a bathing suit.
No, that's my wife. She's showing pictures on Instagram.
Yo estoy viendo una persona que es una mujer. Sí, esa es mi esposa, pero el que está abajo.
Oh, the other one is kind of dark. Okay, what is this for?
So,
sí, está oscuro. ¿Para qué es esto?
Okay, so Mr. Gomez, this is a photo basically of their interaction during FaceTime, correct?
Esto es están interactuando en FaceTime, ¿correcto? Sí.
Yes, sir.
So the gentleman on the bottom of the left screen is someone that she is engaged in a FaceTime call with, correct?
El caballero que está en la izquierda, ahí en la pantalla, viene siendo una persona que interactúa con ella, ¿correcto?
Okay. Well, this is how relevant to the divorce. So how is this relevant? The fact that she's hooked up with another man may or may not be relevant to the child.
¿Cómo puede ser relevante esto? Esto es relevante al divorcio, pero ¿cómo puede ser relevante a la menor, a la niña?
My interest is the child. You guys
a mí lo que me interesa es la criatura, no otra cosa.
Your Honor, she's, bringing these strange men into the home. We don't know who they are, what their criminal history is, if they have any or whatnot, and so my client has a genuine concern for the well-being of his child. We don't know who's going in there, if it's an abuser, a child rapist. We have no idea, a drug dealer. We don't know what they're being exposed to.
Su señoría, está metiendo a personas, a hombres a esta casa. No
Yeah, I got
sabemos
that.
quiénes son.
All right, well, you got one guy going into the house. What persons, what else are we talking about?
That we know of, Your Honor, that's all we know. Just
Okay.
these two.
Let's go back to the regular hearing.
Okay.
I have a jury note, so I need to take care of that. So what else do you have, Mr. Ray?
Your Honor, that's pretty much it. That sums it up.
Yeah.
You know, if the court does determine that
Alright.
she's gonna, I'm sorry.
Well, I think that this couple needs a divorce.
Yo siento que esta pareja se tiene que divorciar.
There's no doubt about it. It doesn't matter to me what she wants or what he wants. I want to know what the child is in here. And I want to be perfectly clear with you, Ms. Reyes. You are to allow access to the child to Mr. Gomez as per the law.
Señora Reyes, usted necesita darle acceso al papá del niño para que esté con el niño, por ley.
And you're going to allow him to take the child away to wherever he wants to take him.
Y le va a permitir usted llevar al niño a donde él quiera llevárselo.
Do you have an issue with that?
¿Tiene algún problema usted con lo que le acabo de decir?
No, al contrario, puedo dar mi testimonio.
But no, quite the contrary. That's fine. But can I give my version, Your Honor?
No, I don't need to hear because that goes to the divorce. You guys are going to go to get divorced. There's plenty of grounds. He's alleging you're carrying on with somebody else. You're going to deny it, but he's alleging that you and him can't get along. You're yelling and screaming at each other, or you're screaming at him. That's enough basis to get you a divorce. I don't care about that. I'm going to divorce you.
No, porque eso tiene que ver con el divorcio. Y sí, el divorcio se va a llevar a cabo y todo, y yo los voy a divorciar. Pero eso lo que usted tenga que decir es simplemente cosas del divorcio. Él dice que usted está metiendo hombres ahí adentro, etcétera. Usted lo va a negar y así se va a hacer todo. Pero eso tiene que ver con el divorcio.
Now, I want to know about the child.
Yo quiero saber del niño quiero saber.
I want to know what is your intention to stay in that apartment or not, and can you afford it?
¿Cuáles son sus intenciones de ustedes? ¿Quedarse en ese departamento y puede usted con el departamento económicamente hablando?
Sí, su señoría.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Disculpe, ¿verdad? A Cristian Gómez nunca se le ha negado el acceso al menor Elvis.
Okay, well, now we're going to make sure that happens. He's over there shaking the hand that that's not true, that you have. So we're going to correct that. And if you don't have any issue with that, then I'm going to submit some orders. I'm going to issue some orders that both of you are going to follow. And it will allow him to have the child. Now, if you tell me you can provide, you can take care of the apartment, no problem. I'm going to allow you to stay at the apartment. And then here's what we need to talk about, child support.
Manutención de menores.
Mr. Reina.
Señor Reina.
Your Honor, okay, so I'm not sure if we're clear here. Is Ms. Acosta going to be able to stay in or pay the bills and maintain a roof over the child's head?
No. She's going to take care of it. She just said that she's able to handle this on her own.
Okay.
So all we need to know, and we're gonna implement almost 50-50 child custody visitation schedule.
Okay.
And we're not going to name anybody primary. We're gonna name them both primary for both of them to remain in Cameron County.
Okay, Your Honor.
Now, what we want to know is child support.
Okay, so Mr. Gomez, monthly income, how much are you making?
While you do that, let me go take care of this jury.
I gotta hold on. I gotta go with you.
Mr. Reina, before we go, Ms. Carranza, can you send Mr. Gomez and Mr. Reina to a breakout room so they could discuss the child support and all that outside of the presence of
okay, and wait for me to get there before you start talking on the record.
I know. I'll hold on. I've reined myself in. I'm slowing down.
I don't like this Zoom and trial at the same time.
I know.
They're gonna go back to como la hacen.
Okay.
Okay.
So que me llaman.
Sí, nomás siéntate para atrás.
Pero va a ser ruido.
Bueno, quédate despacito, porque
Sí.
es nomás una cuestión y menos de 5 minutos.
Que sí me está pidiendo pecho. Aquí no hay
All right.
Perdón, amigos, it's gonna be rough. I think it's getting here, coming over because of this, because of our transferring back and forth. Actually, my corridor right now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Back on the record DCL for 681, Mayor Castillo versus Rodriguez. Gentlemen, we have received a note that I will share with both of you. And we have a very educated and astute jury, Mayor. I want to respond that not to concern yourselves with the issue of the defects in the B, that's what somebody has to take care of. I remember you didn't notice.
Well,
Don't give me no more problems.
no,
No.
no, no.
I got my hands full.
I'm listening. No, I know, but these are not, saying that, what you're saying. Not to concern yourselves. Well, you have, something else, you specific questions, you can make the break. Testimony, that's good.
No, I'm gonna write it. That's good. I'll write it.
That's your, what's your name right information?
Grant T or grant door, Judge?
It's a grand deal.
Because, it's to Evangelina. There's, I don't like defects, and we do, we typos.
What I'm about to do. It's boring. All of it. I want to. While you're taking up with you.
I know.
Norma hasn't left.
She's waiting at the door for you.
Te veo ahí por la ventana. Oh, I got my Brenda Ramirez back up too.
No more Zoom when we have a trial, because we didn't hear.
You still have 30 more Zooms here.
But this is annoying. I know. No more Zoom when we have trials, either one of you, or Estela. Bueno, pues él tiene que, él es el que manda. Yes. Él es el que, él es.
No, we don't prefer, you can think of it whatever you want. That's what I would- Sort of.
Moy, can you go get Miss Reyes?
Alejandro,
Yes,
Alejandro, ¿estás dormido, Mr. Alejandro?
aquí estoy.
Do you want me to close the room?
Estás en cuerpo, pero en mente no estás aquí, andas en otro lugar.
No, estaba tratando de interpretar, pero no me dejaban.
¿A qué?
What do you mean?
There's nobody here.
No, not right now, when we were.
When we were interpreting. Do you want me to close the room so they'll be kicked back over here?
No, can you bump him and ask him how long, much longer we're back?
Just kick him out.
He got out. He's already out. She's got the apartment so that she can handle it. Mr. Reina,
Yes, Judge, okay.
what do we have?
So my client makes roughly on average 2,800 a month. 20
Mi cliente, su señoría, más o menos, gana 2,800 mensuales.
Okay.
so
Okay.
20 I'm sorry, 20% of that would be 560 a month, Your Honor.
Okay.
20% de eso son 560 al mes, señoría.
Okay.
And I'm suggesting $40 in medical support, Your Honor.
Y estoy sugiriendo $40 de gastos médicos.
Okay.
For
Okay.
a total. Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
I want you to make sure, I'm gonna have to digress here and speak in Spanish so she will understand me, because this is very important instructions regarding the child. Okay? So I'm gonna go off the record and address myself in Spanish. Mr. Gomez, you understand Spanish, right? Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Gomez?
Oh, sí, señor. Sorry.
All right. Esto es para el beneficio de los dos. Para usted, señora Reyes, y para el beneficio del señor Gómez. Esta corte, el interés principal de esta corte es Elvis. Cualquiera órdenes que yo ponga y someta a ustedes, el propósito es el bienestar y el mejor interés de Elvis. Ustedes son adultos, no se pueden entender, no pueden mirar ojo a ojo, traen otros pensamientos, está bien, por eso está el proceso de divorcio, para separarlos. Pero al separarlos, no quiere decir que el que se van a ir con la criatura para siempre. La relación está quebrada, está separada legalmente, pero ese niño sigue siendo de los dos. Y tal como no es de suma importancia para mí que usted fue la mamá que le dio luz a él, porque él tiene el mismo derecho a esa criatura que usted. Y así quiero que se entiendan las cosas. Usted me acaba de aclarar que no hay problema, le voy a ordenar que pague child support y aseguranza médica de hospitalización de salud para el niño. Para usted no. Y esto va a ser puntos temporalmente mientras que se llegan los 60 días para que ese divorcio esté archivado para divorciarlos de una vez para todas. ¿Me explico?
Sí, señor.
Sí, señoría.
Ok. En el mientras, no quiero problemas de visitación de Elvis. Si yo ordeno que usted lo suelte a las 5 de la tarde, usted se lo va a soltar. Si yo ordeno que usted, señor Gómez, lo regrese a las 5 de la tarde, lo va a regresar.
Claro que sí.
Si comienzan a darme problemas de eso, voy a cambiar la situación y no creo que a uno les convenga lo que voy a hacer en respuesta si no obedecen mi orden. Ahora, quiero que se inculquen con este pensamiento en esta corte. Si ustedes, me imagino, cada uno individualmente, este niño es el mundo para ustedes. Lo aman demasiadamente. Si mañana fuera una situación que les hiciera, te doy un tiro a ti o al niño, ustedes creo que los dos respondieran, démelo a mí, no le quiten la vida a mi niño. ¿Es correcto eso, señora Reyes?
Es correcto.
Ok, pues para mí eso es a mucho amor. Es es amor fundamental, amor que viene naturalmente, es mucho amor. Y por ese amor que le tienen a esta criatura, les voy a pedir a los dos como adultos que se comporten como adultos y que todo lo que hagan y todo lo que muevan y todo lo que digan sean para el beneficio de Elvis. Y si pueden limitar y tal vez eliminar los argumentos en frente de Elvis, fuera perfecto. Y creo que ya después de estas condiciones que he impuesto, no hay nada que argumentar. No hay nada que agarrarse como gato y como perro. Ya no hay nada. Porque ustedes ya me dijeron a mí esta mañana que no pueden vivir como marido y esposa. Jamás. Y les vamos a divorciar y los vamos a mandar en su propio camino para que vayan a otras aventuras, a otras relaciones, como ustedes vean. Ustedes son los adultos. Pero no hay ninguna razón porque el desacuerdo continúe y el desacuerdo cause daño a Elvis. Ese es el propósito de todo esto. ¿Me explico a los dos?
Sí, señor.
Sí, señoría.
Okay. When do you want to make the child support? Effective when?
We can make it effective next month or okay.
All right.
April
Now,
1st.
I need you to go over to make sure that Ms. Reyes understands when she's obligated to release that child to Mr. Gomez.
Okay, Your Honor. So you mentioned it was going to be a 50-50 split.
As best as you can, 50-50.
Okay. If it pleases the court, would it be appropriate to do 1 week on, 1 week off?
Hold on a second. Let me help you there. Ms. Reyes,
Sí.
ahorita lo voy a mandar a un cuarto separado. Ahorita te voy a mandar a ti con el señor Gómez y con el abogado Reina para que discutan los términos de la visitación de Elvis por el señor Gómez. Para que tú entiendas perfectamente qué es lo que se espera de ti y para que el señor Gómez entienda perfectamente lo que se espera de él. ¿Ok?
Sí.
Ahorita. I'm going to send you off to a breakout room and I'm going to get her in a breakout room and you all discuss how you want to structure this. Okay?
Sure. All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, the room is open. Y'all can join.
Hello, Cindy? Hello?